Hi there, Jen Roque here from StampCampWithJen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, near the Villages, and welcome to this week's Facebook Live. If you're new here, I go live every Monday on Facebook at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and I upload the replay on my YouTube channel if you can't join us live on Facebook. If you go ahead and make sure to follow me on Facebook, you'll get a notification anytime I go live. And then all you have to do is click that notification. It'll take you right to my live video. If you're watching the replay from Facebook, please follow and please subscribe and then click that bell so you never miss a video. And make sure to leave a comment whether you're watching live or the replay so that I know you're here. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing where you're watching from, what you've been up to, and what you think of the project. So please make sure to interact with that and give me a little thumbs up or a heart. Hi, Roz. Thanks so much for joining us. Hi, Jeanne. It's so good to see you guys. So it is Monday, February 17th, 2025. It's President's Day today. So most kids are off, but my son actually had to go to school today. He had, living in Florida, we had a lot of hurricanes this year, so they actually have a hurricane makeup day today. So he is in school, which, that's fine. He had plenty of days off before, so now it's his turn to go back to school. So let's see what happened this weekend. I don't think I really had much going on this weekend. My son had bowling like he usually does, nothing big and crazy. My sister is in town, and we're actually going down to Orlando tonight to see her and have dinner at a new Korean restaurant. So we're really excited about that. And then my mom said my middle sister is actually in South Carolina visiting my mom. It's her birthday this week. So happy birthday, Mom. Happy early birthday. My middle sister and her boyfriend are there for a whole week. So that's her birthday present. She gets to spend time with Lindsay. She's the middle child, so she never gets that undivided attention. So she's the best one out of the three of us. She always goes down and spends time with Mom on her birthday. So she's a good daughter. Hi, Roz. Hi, Lori. Oh, it's super cold, Lori. Oh, it's actually cold here. I woke up and went to let my dog outside, and I was like, ooh, it's chilly. It was 49 degrees outside this morning, which for Florida is really cold. That's why I have a sweatshirt on today. It was like in the 80s this weekend. It felt fantastic. And then all of a sudden it dipped down and got super cold. So it is a little, well, super cold for us. Let's see here. Let me pull this up on my tablet. It makes it a little easier for me to see everybody's. Negative 14, Lori. Oh my goodness. I bet you're not going outside at all today, are you? I would not. Oh my gosh. Negative. I don't know if I've ever been somewhere where it's been in the negatives before. It's been cold. Don't get me wrong. I've been in weather where it's single digits, but I don't think I've ever been in the negatives. Oh my goodness. You probably have layers on layers on layers, I bet. From Minnesota. Oh, Minnesota's the negative 14. Ooh. No, thank you. I bet you are. I hope you have a nice fire that you can sit next to all day today. Melbourne, Florida, Roz. Yep, hurricane makeup day in Melbourne. It's in the 60s. Yeah, my watch says 58. It might be closer to 60 though. But yeah, it does feel nice. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to go over a couple of things real quick, and then I'm going to show you a really cool way to make a little beach hut for that cute, friendly Seagulls stamp set that's available during Celebration right now. So if you don't know, Celebration, January and February every year, Stampin' Up! Does this awesome promotion called Celebration where you can get free products with a minimum purchase. So if you purchase at least $60, you can get a free item. So this Friendly Seagulls stamp set is one of those items you can get for free now through February 28th. So that's next Friday. For those watching live is the last day of Celebration. I can't believe it's almost over. I love Celebration. They always have awesome products that you can get for free. So I am always sad when Celebration comes to an end. All right, so let me flip the camera around here. And then you'll see my little desk. We'll go over a couple things. North Dakota, -33. Oh my goodness gracious. And now you're at -22 in North Dakota? Wow, Barb. What do you do? Didn't you say you had frozen pipes a couple weeks ago too? What do you do with that? Oh my gosh, that's like my biggest fear is frozen pipes when it gets really cold. We used to always have a slow drip, but I'm sure when it's -33, there's really nothing you can do about it. It's just bound to happen. Okay. So just a quick reminder, this was a couple weeks ago, but I just want to put it out there in case you haven't seen it. New products were added to the Last Chance products on February 4th. These items are while supplies last, and once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure you check those out and get anything that you've been waiting for. Anything that maybe you've been waiting for it to get discounted, or some items are discounted, not everything is, but make sure you check those out because like I said, once they're gone for good and they won't be back. So your pipes weren't frozen, but the city had a water main break. Oh my gosh, it infected the entire town. That's crazy. Oh, okay. So I shared this with people on my email list last night, and it's on my Facebook as well. I will pin it so it's at the top of my list, but I'm participating in a fundraiser to help raise money for California wildfire relief efforts. So if you would like to participate, it's a great way to help earn money. For those relief efforts. Now, all you have to do if you want to participate is donate $20. You can use this little QR code in the post that I posted last night. There is a PayPal link. All of the money goes to Glenn Beck's Mercury One Foundation in support of those California wildfire relief efforts. So it's a great cause. And what you get in return is you get access to an exclusive Facebook group where myself and 28 other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators will be sharing we'll be sharing projects that are exclusive to this Facebook group. So you will have lifetime access to this group. So if you can't watch live, which the live presentations start next Thursday, February 27th at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and they will go for at least 24 hours. Each demonstrator gets about an hour time slot, so it's over 24 hours of content. And then you'll be able to go back and rewatch those videos as much as you want because, like I said, you have lifetime access to that page. So it's a really great cause. I'm so proud to be a part of it. My friend Marcy Marcy Bessaker, is one of the organizers, and then Donna Gray, she's an Australian demonstrator. These two are the ones that organized it, and Marcy reached out to me, and I jumped at the chance to do it because it's so heartbreaking to see everything that's going on with those California wildfires, and I want to do my part. So if you'd like to donate, like I said, you can scan this QR code. I have this picture on my Facebook page, and I will pin it to the top of my page. And it also I have a couple of reminders going out to my email list as well. So it's a $20 donation, but like I said, you get lots of content in return for your support. So I appreciate you considering it. If you have anybody that you know that might want to participate or donate, please share this. We're trying to raise as much money as possible to help the wildfire relief victims. Okay. And then some other exciting news. I recently formed a retreat Facebook group. So if you haven't checked this out yet, please try to join it. This is for in-person and virtual retreats that I will be starting this summer. My first one is at the end of June for in-person, and then the virtual one will be about 2 weeks later. I will have information for this probably in early April, but this group is a great group to be a part of, so you can kind of get sneak peeks, get information when registration goes live. Lots of information on here. So if you haven't joined yet, all you have to do is search Sunkiss Stampin' Retreats with Jen and request to join and join the group. You don't even have to request, you just join it. And then I will have Stamping Bingo soon. I'm working on sending out the link this week to my email subscribers, my email list. So if you haven't joined my email list, I encourage you to do so. Just go to stampcampwithjen.com and you'll see a pop-up when you go to my website. And you fill out whichever list you want to be a part of. And then the important thing is when you sign up to my email list, there is another email that you'll get as soon as you fill out that form that tells you to confirm that you want to be a part of it. You have to click the button in that email to confirm in order to actually get the emails from me. You can't just fill out the sign up sheet and say, oh, I'm good. No, you get an email that says, make sure that you want to get those. So make sure you click on that button in your confirmation email or you won't get anything. So you won't get any emails from me. So that's bingo. Like I said, I will be sending this out this week. I know I said last week I was going to do it last week, but I just got swamped with a bunch of stuff. So I promise this week the link will go out for virtual bingo. So virtual bingo will be April 4th, which is a Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m. on Zoom. It will be private. It will not be on my YouTube channel or Facebook page or anything. You will have to register to participate, okay? But it is going to be lots of fun. We're going to have new prizes, play bingo, make cards. It's a great time. So I will be sending that out this week to my email list. All right, so Celebration, like I mentioned, ends next week. For those that may not know, when you place a $300 or more order during Celebration, you get an extra $30 in Stamper Rewards. So normally on a $300 order, you would get about $32 in Stamper Rewards. But now you'll get $62 in Stamper Rewards. My nails are plain. I have a little design on my pinky. I just want to do something a little different. I usually do more color and stuff, but I went a little, and it's sparkly. Bingo, Roz. Yes, get excited for bingo. We will be playing bingo. It'll be lots of fun. Okay, so make sure to save those dates so you don't plan something else. And you'll get lots of reminders before bingo happens as well. So it's not just, oh, you signed up for bingo, hope you remember. I will send you multiple reminders so you don't forget the bingo's coming, okay? All right, but yeah, Celebration, just remember if you have like a big order that you want to put in, now is a great time to do it because you get those extra $30 in Stamper Rewards. But this is only through February 28th. Once March hits, that offer is off the table. Okay. And then if you've ever thought about becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'm always looking for crafty people to join my team. This is a great time. Celebration always has a great offer. So right now you have two options. Option number one, you can pick $125 worth of product for only $99, plus pick 2 marker sets and this exclusive stamp set. Or option number two, you can pick $125 and only pay $99 and pick an extra $30 in product. So it'd be $155 total for only $99. It's free shipping. There is tax on it, but there's free shipping. Now, there will be new products added to the online exclusives next month. If you sign up as a demonstrator, you will get to see those products and add them to your starter kit today. So right now, demonstrators are pre-ordering those products. You may have seen some other demonstrators sharing them online. You can get those products today if you sign up to become a demonstrator. So it's a great deal. It's a no obligation offer. So if you get the starter kit and say, I don't want to do it, and you decide later you don't want to be a demonstrator, it's not a problem. You get to keep all that discounted stuff and you can drop without any fees or penalties or anything like that. So it's really great. It's a great offer, great thing. We have a lot of fun on my team. We do virtual and in-person meetings. We do lots of craft challenges, lots of fun. So if you're looking to be part of a great crafting community, this is really a great offer to take advantage of. And you can always email me if you have any questions. I'd love to talk to you more about it. Okay. So real quick, before we get into today's project, I did want to share, and I will send this out with the PDF tutorial when I send out tutorial for today's project. There were more celebration items added not last week, 2 weeks ago on the 4th. Now, these items, I think a lot of people miss these, but these are items that are normally in the catalogs that you can get for free, and they're all free with a $60 purchase. Now, in the pink text here, I added what the normal retail value is for each of these. So you can see these Alphabet Alamo dies are normally $42, and you can get them free with a $60 purchase. Or this Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch is normally $28, and now through the end of the month, you can get it for free with a $60 purchase. The big one that I wanted to share, if you didn't notice, this beautiful butterfly stamp set that's in the mini catalog is free right now. It's normally $24, and you can get it free with a $60 purchase. I know a lot of people want that bundle, and the embossing folder and dies, I think, are currently unavailable. They're on back order, but you can place an order and get that stamp set for free right now, and then just order the embossing folder and die combo when it comes back in stock. I think it's supposed to be back in stock sometime next week. But you could place an order, get this for free, and then get that bundle and die set, or the embossing folder and die, excuse me. And you get that whenever, but get that stamp set now and save. So I did want to point out, I noticed this is kind of confusing with that stamp set. I had somebody reach out to me and say, where are the dies? And that's a good point, because in the catalog, they don't point out the dies, they point out the embossing folder. So let me see if I can show you here. On page 39 in your mini catalog here, you will see the butterflies bundle, and it says stamp set and hybrid embossing folder. And then if you look down here, where it talks about the embossing folder, it mentions you get a folder and the dies. It's very odd. I don't know why they listed it like that in this catalog, but they did. So I just want to point that out to you, is if you're looking for those dies that go with it, they're listed under the embossing folder. Normally they separate the dies out, and I don't know why they decided to list the embossing folder as the main thing and not the dies, but that's just what they did. So if you're looking for those dies, they are part of this hybrid embossing folder. Normally an embossing folder doesn't cost $42, so that right there, if you pay close attention, you might go, a $42 embossing folder? That seems a bit pricey. Well, it's pricey because it comes with the dies, so that's, if you're looking for those, that's where those are. Okay, so now on to today's project. I promised you we would make a little beach hut with the seagulls. So this is the original one that I came up with, and then I kind of tweaked it a little bit this morning. So this is the version we're going to do, but you can do either one. Excuse me. But I like this one because I kind of took some Stampin' Blends and kind of drew in here and made it look like a little wooded beach hut. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Evelyn from Germany. Thanks so much for watching. What time is it in Germany right now? I'm terrible with time zones. I keep asking the people for the wildfire fundraiser, what time am I supposed to go live? Because they have a million different time zones listed in there, and I'm always afraid I'm going to mix my time zones up. Especially when you get to different countries, I am terrible with it. All right, so I do have to give credit to Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Emma Goddard. I saw a post where she did this, and that's where my inspiration came from. So thank you, Emma, so much. She's a UK demonstrator. I saw her make this, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. I have to share that. So thank you so much, Emma, for your inspiration. Okay, so we are using the Friendly Seagulls. Like I said, this is free in your celebration brochure. On page 6, that's where you get those Friendly Seagulls. I'm sure most of you have it. It's $5.15 in the evening. Oh, okay. So you're finishing dinner or getting ready to have dinner, huh? That's so cool. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So yeah, so the Friendly Seagulls are on page 6 here. They're free with a $60 purchase. You might have scooped these up already. If you haven't, you still have time. You have until next Friday, the 28th of February. So we're using most of the stamps in this set here. And then to make our little birdhouse, we are going to grab the little birdhouse stamp here from the Country Birdhouse stamp set from the annual catalog. In the annual catalog, I bookmarked it so I could show you real quick. It's on page 50 down here. And it's the Country Birdhouse stamp set. That's where it's listed. And then all the details are listed on the next page on the bottom with the item number and the cost and everything. But that's from the annual catalog. Okay, so we're going to grab Melon Mambo, one of my favorites. I love pink. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I love pink. My favorite of all time was Magenta Madness, which was an in color a couple years ago. I keep hoping that when Stampin' Up! Does their next color refresh, they'll bring back Magenta Madness as a permanent color. I would be ecstatic. That was my favorite. All right, so I'm having it open from the top, so a top folding card. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it in half at 5 1/2 here. You have an app called Time Buddy that converts. Oh, Roz, that's a good idea. And so you can just put it in anytime. Time Buddy, I'll have to look that up. I honestly, even with Utah being, Mountain Time, I still have to sit there and think, what's the time difference? Time Buddy, I'll have to look that up. That's a good tip, Roz. Thank you. All right, and then we have a piece of basic white here. I have 2 strips that are 1 by 4 1/4 that we're going to use to kind of put behind here. And then I have my little liner, which I order extra basic white, and I just cut a whole pack down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I have them in a little container that I keep so that I have card liners ready to go. I used to use copy paper, printer paper, but it's so thin that when you go to put the adhesive on the back, after it dries, you can see the adhesive through the paper. So just take a basic white pack and cut it down. And honestly, this is just thick enough that when you put the adhesive on it, it won't show through. And our basic white cardstock is really nice cardstock, so I always use that for my card liners. You love the Seagulls. You've got the stamp set in German and French, but not in English. We'll get it in English, Evelyn. You'll have the whole set. Jeanne liked Magenta also. Is that your favorite of all time, Jeanne? That was honestly my favorite. It's got that hot pink neon color. It's so pretty. All right, so this white piece is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. I'm going to grab a piece of our handy dandy grid paper here. We need this to help us measure. Make sure I have it on the right side here. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we are gonna grab, I have the birdhouse stamp already on. This is a F block, the biggest one we have. This is Big Daddy. Now we're gonna take some Stampin' Up! Masking paper. If you haven't tried this stuff yet, it is amazing. I love this. I think this is like my second pack of it so far. It is in the annual catalog. You can find it on page 124 here of the annual catalog. The masking paper's listed right there. It's kind of small. It's hidden in all those pictures, but that's where you can find the information for the masking paper, the number and the price. It comes with 12 sheets. And what we're going to do is we are going to take our paper trimmer here, our handy dandy paper trimmer. I feel like Steve from Blue's Clues, handy dandy notebook. All right, so if you notice on our masking paper here, it's got a little seam in the middle, which is pretty nifty because it helps you peel off the backing really easily. It's got a matte side at the top so you could stamp on it, and on the back is a little bit shiny, and that's where the backing comes off. So what I'm going to do is on the short side in the trimmer with the long side at the top, I'm going to cut off 1 inch of the short edge here. And that's all we need for this, is this little 1 inch piece, okay? Now, we are going to flip it over so that we have that backing, and we're just going to peel this off with and expose that stickiness, okay? And then what we want to do, hi Carol, thanks so much for joining us. So then what we're going to do is you want to tear off a little piece here, and you want to cover up this section that has the little openings here, and there's even like a little piece right here. We're going to cover all that up so that it doesn't accidentally get inked up here. And I'm going to use the straight edge to line it up on the bottom, so it's all covered up. And if it's not quite long enough, that's fine. Just tear another little piece. And actually, I'm going to do a couple pieces so we can get it all covered up. And if it's not straight, you just tear off what you need to straighten it out here. So we're going to cover that up. Oops, and I may have to tear off a little bit more here on the edge. You just tear off what you need to tear off here. You just want to cover that center section. And now I have this little piece I can cover in the middle. You didn't miss much, Carol. We're just working on our beach hut. Unpopular. You're sick of pink, Lori. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of, oh, pink at Christmas. Oh yeah, I guess I did see a lot of like that non-traditional pink stuff at Christmas. Okay, and then we're just going to come over here, and we want to mask off these little ends here as well. Okay, and we're going to mask this off. Now, you could mask this little piece off. I'm not worried about it, though, because I'm just going to ink up this part and make sure not to bring my ink pad down any further, but I have another piece here, and I could cover that up, but like I said, I'm not really worried about that, so I'm not going to. All right, so we're going to take our Memento ink pad, and we're going to ink it up upside down. I know this is probably freaking a bunch of people out, like, what? We're not going to stick it in the ink pad? No, I actually a lot of times will do this and apply the ink to the stamp instead of the stamp to the ink pad. So I don't know why I got into that habit, but I just started doing it not too long ago. And I don't know, it's just kind of easy to see where everything's inked up when you do it that way. Now, this is the important part, to be careful here. We're going to grab this masking paper carefully, try to grab it wherever the ink is not sticking to. Now in the center here, I would recommend taking take your pick tool or your scissors, and be careful not to touch these edges here, okay? And just lift up that masking paper ever so carefully and try not to touch where we inked it, okay? Now we're gonna take our paper here and we're gonna flip over our birdhouse, and we're just gonna stamp maybe like 3/4 or so. Oh, let me do it up here so you can see. We're gonna stamp most of it, but not all of it. And when you wanna stamp the bottom towards the bottom of the paper, but it doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to meet the bottom of the white. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second here. I wanna press really good all the way around. And voila. I got a little bit of black in the middle, but that's okay. I can probably cover it up with my little beach lines here. I'm not too worried about that. But that's how you make the basic beach hut, is with that stamp from that birdhouse set. So I just thought that was super, super cool. Okay, so now what we want to do to make our lines, I have a ruler. And bring this up just a little bit. What was that? She put, Evelyn said, I saw a French demonstrator make a card with the birdhouse and the seagulls. She put a McDonald's sign on the birdhouse and the message, I love you more than chips. That looked really funny. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I guess they do call them chips in Europe. So that is really cute. I like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take this white and I'm going to line it up at the bottom of my grid here. And I'm going to take a ruler. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this little grid on the side here. Let me move it over actually so you don't get confused by that. But I'm going to go and actually take this line at the bottom of the birdhouse and line it up with the line here on my grid. And we are going to use a ruler and go up every 2 blocks here on our grid and draw little lines with a light smoky slate marker. So I'm going to use the tip here, the fine tip. And the first one, I'm not going to go all the way through. I'm just going to kind of make little lines and separate them just a little bit there. And then if you are worried about it moving, like mine keeps doing, I'm just going to take some low tack paper or tape, excuse me. I have some mint tape, or you can use Post-it note tape. I've got that too. And I'll just tape that right here so it doesn't keep moving on me. And then the next one, we're going to go up 2 more blocks. And now this time we'll go all the way over, straight over, oops, with the fine tip here. And we'll just make a line, make it look like we've got little wood planks here. Go up 2 more blocks and do little lines, up 2 more. And this is actually perfect because we're going to cover up that little stamped spot there. Oh, that worked out pretty nicely. And then up 2 more. No, we'll leave it there. But that's how we make those little wood planks on there. All right. So that's our little birdhouse. That's the basics, or our beach hut, excuse me, using that country birdhouse stamp set. So that's the basics. That's how you make that little beach hut. I thought that was so fun. All right, so now let's finish our stamping here. I'll bring this back down so we can see. We are gonna do, we'll do all the stamping first and then we'll color. Oops. Right here. So I thought this was cute because it looks like he's looking back at him like with his jaw dropped, like, what are you doing? These guys crack me up. So we're gonna stamp him first. And then all in tuxedo black. And then we'll stamp the little guy with his French fries. And I'm not doing it all the way to the bottom because I'm going to use that little stamp set from, or the little stamp with the pebbles. And we're going to stamp that in crumb cake here. Just a second, I'm going to move this out of the way. So I'm grabbing my crumb cake ink here. And this is, so we've used this guy and this guy. Now we're using the little pebbles on the bottom here. And I'm going to grab my crumb cake. And just a reminder, if you have a hard time opening these stamp pads, they can get a little tight sometimes. Just take your stamp pad and have it face up towards you and take your thumbs and press along that hinge and it will pop that top and make it easier for you to open that stamp set. All right, so we're just gonna ink this up and stamp and kind of fill in that space. And if you want to make it flat, you just turn it upside down. I'll do that a little bit and try not to go over their feet too much. And I might flip it over just a little bit. I'm gonna fill in this space down here. I'll try to keep it underneath everything so it doesn't overlap, just like that. Worked out pretty nicely. All right, and then we're gonna use the Hey Friend right here, and this is gonna be in Tuxedo Black again. And we're gonna stamp this right in the center, just like that. Beach hut. Oh, do beach huts look like a birdhouse in Florida, or are their walls straight like in Germany? I think they're normally straight. Honestly, Evelyn, I haven't been to the beach in forever, so I can't really tell you for sure. I was just telling somebody the other day that even though I've been down here almost 6 years, I still haven't gone to the beach yet. And I really need to. That's my goal this spring, is to go to the beach, because I can't believe like Daytona Beach, which is pretty popular down here, is like an hour and a half from me. And I would love to go. And I don't know why I haven't made it a priority, but I haven't been. But yes, Roz is right. Straight like Germany. I think that's right. But this is just kind of cute. All right, so we're going to take basic gray for the little birds here at the top. And we're going to stamp those. The birds in the background here. All right, and then we'll do some coloring. So I've got a bunch of colors here. Now, the only color I prefer Stampin' Blends. I know a lot of people like markers, but I like to shade with Stampin' Blends. But the only blends I don't have, and I don't know why, as much as I said I like pink, I don't have the Melon Mambo blends, so I'm gonna color that with a marker, but everything else is gonna be with blends. And again, if you sign up for my email list and get my project tutorial, all the colors that I'm using here will be listed in the tutorial when it goes out. Now, it will go out tomorrow afternoon, Eastern, about 5 p.m. Eastern time, so you have time to sign up for my email list. Now, if you get on my email list after I send this out, all you have to do is send me an email at stampcampwithjen.com and I will send it to you. No problem, once you join my email list. I know, I should go to the beach, Evelyn. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why I haven't gone to the beach. I haven't made it a priority like I need to, but that is my goal. This maybe when my son's on spring break next month, we'll try to go, because I would really like to go. All right, so I'm just taking dark pumpkin pie now and using it to kind of outline some things. Now, if you've never used Stampin' Blends, they are alcohol-based markers, so they work very well with Tuxedo Black Memento ink. It won't run or fade or anything when you color with the Tuxedo Black. The Stampin' Blends alcohol markers dry very quickly, and I usually like to take the darker color and kind of do a little outline, and then when you use the lighter color like I'm doing here, you can color over the darker color with the lighter shade, and it will pull out the color and kind of revive it a little bit and help blend everything together. And that's why I personally like Stampin' Blends markers, and I use them a lot. You subscribed to my email list yesterday and you're looking forward to getting tutorials. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. They are super fun. I usually send about one a week. I don't do a ton. But you get all the supplies that I use are listed in there, the measurements, and they're pretty fun. So I'm glad you're looking forward to it. You hardly go to the beach. Undertow, stinging jellyfish, sharks. Fire Roz sound, love the beach. You make it sound so appealing, Roz. Now, I will admit, I'm not a big fan, like Roz, I'm not a big fan of swimming in water, like natural water, because there's so many unknown creatures, especially lakes. I do not swim in lakes. There's always like snakes or weird thing. Ugh, I don't know, it freaks me out. So I prefer to swim in a pool as well. This is light smoky slate, and we're just using this to color the seagulls now. We also used it on those lines here for the beach hut. Yeah, I am not a big fan of natural water, swimming in natural water either. And I do worry about the sharks in the beach. There have been a lot of shark attacks lately, so I hear about it a lot in the news, even in the shallow end, the shallow part. Clearwater is much nicer than Daytona. Ooh, that's good to know, Carol. I have to go check that one out. I like the Clearwater area. My grandparents used to live there, so there's so much to do down there. I wouldn't mind going down there for a couple days. Lots of cool stuff. All right. Coloring is fun, but it takes a while. Alrighty. So tomorrow, my son, he's going to be in high school next year, and the high school is putting on like a preview night for the 8th graders. So we're going to his new high school, and we're going to see, it is a humongous school. It's a great school. They have a lot of great programs and stuff. It's a new building they just built. And we're going to go tomorrow and go check that out and see. I'm sure he'll get so excited about it. They always have really nice facilities down here. This is Dark Daffodil Delight that we're using for the feet and the beaks. Roz says, if you fly over the beach, you would flip out if you saw how many sharks are there with the people. I believe it, Roz. I'm with you on the shark thing. I watched Jaws as a kid. I'm not real fond of it. There was another movie when I was in high school called Deep Blue Sea. If you've never seen that, you will not want to go swimming in the ocean when you watch that one either. And I think I'm scarred. When I was a kid, they had the Jaws ride at Universal where the animatronic Jaws would come out of the water too. And I'm kind of scarred from that one as well. So yeah, not a big fan. All right. So now that we're done coloring the front anyway, we've got more coloring to do in a second. We're going to take our strips, and I'm just taking some Stampin' Seal and putting a line in the middle. And then what you want to do is just kind of line the white up over that adhesive. So you have just a little of that basic black kind of peeking out. And then we'll do the same thing with this strip here. Ethan is growing too fast, Sylvia. He is, oh my gosh. Last night, he was walking around the living room and he walked by my husband and I was like, stand next to him. He is almost as tall as my husband right now, which my husband and I are the same height. So really he's he's almost as tall as both of us. But I always tell my husband he's shorter than me. It drives him crazy when I say that, but it's not true. We're really the same height. All right, so now we're just going to put this on the front, and I'm just going to take some Seal Plus here and put it a couple strips down. You could use glue, whatever you want. I just like the Stampin' Seal Plus. It's very strong and very easy to use in my opinion. So there's the front. So now for the inside, we're going to do I Love You More Than French Fries, and I did the little French fry in the corner here. So we're going to stamp this card liner to do that. Now, to make it easy, I just took, because this is actually two different stamps here. The I Love You More Than is one and the French fries is one. So I just laid those down and then I put the block on top so I can just stamp it once and be done with it. So we're going to stamp that in the Memento, the black. Your Ethan is 5'11" and 14 years old, Joan. Oh my gosh. 5'11". Ethan, my Ethan is 13. He'll be 14 in August. I don't know how tall. He's got to be 5'6". I haven't checked his height. He's actually going for his checkup this week, so I should ask. I'll be able to find out for sure and let you guys know on Monday, but he's got to be like 5'6" now if I had to guess, just looking at him. We haven't checked his height in a while, which is funny because normally every couple of weeks he'll come up to me and go, Mom, and he'll have a tape measure and ask me to measure how tall he is. All right, so this is the little French fries from the stamp set. We're gonna put this in the bottom left here. And then we'll do a little coloring. I colored the French fries pink in the Melon Mambo just to match the card base here. But obviously the traditional one that we all know from McDonald's is red, but I'm trying to match my card. So I'm using Melon Mambo for our little French fry case here. So where is everybody's favorite place to get burgers? I love hamburgers. We had Sonic last night, actually, and they have a garlic butter bacon burger. That's like one of my favorite things. Bacon cheeseburgers are like the best thing in the world, in my opinion. All right, this is light pecan pie for the little bun on the French fry box. And dark granny apple green for, I guess it's lettuce. That's what I assumed it was. And then again, we're grabbing our dark daffodil delight for our French fries here. Five Guys. Oh, Sue, Five Guys is good. Mojo's. I've never had burgers at I've never even been to Mojo's. That's a local place down here, but they have a couple. It's kind of a chain, I guess. They have a couple locations. I've never tried that one. Five Guys. Yep, Five Guys is good. We almost got Five Guys last night, but my son wanted McDonald's and I wanted Sonic, so they're right across the street. So I just drove to McDonald's for him and then got Sonic for me. I don't know why it's been pulling my paper lately, but if that happens, just stop pulling it. And then try again, but I don't know why it's been grabbing my paper so hard lately. All right, so we're just gonna put this in our liner here. And that is it, so cute. So, like I said, you could do it either way. I did this one where I just did the hut and then I put the hey friend in the middle, or you could do it off to the side and make the little lines. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Custer's, Harbor City Diner, McDonald's. You make your own burgers. We made smash burgers in the cast iron skillet a couple weeks ago at home, and they were so good. I like homemade burgers too. I almost prefer those over fast food burgers. All right, let's flip the camera around so you can see my beautiful face again. I'm not humble at all, you know, not full of myself at all. You like the one on the side, oh, with the little hut with the wooden planks. Okay. Well, that's good. I love to hear it. I love hearing it. Don't forget to give me thumbs up and hearts and all kinds of comments. I love hearing it. And if you're watching the replay, definitely leave a comment as well. I try to respond as quickly as I can. Thank you guys so much. I hope that me sending an email this morning and reminding you guys to join me helped. I didn't think about that. And somebody said that to me last week, like I always forget. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably send an email reminder. So hopefully that helped you guys. It seems to, because I have a lot more people on with me today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the project. Don't forget, celebration is ending soon. Sad. I'm always so sad. And I hope you guys will join me again next week. I will have another fun project. And don't forget to check out my wildfire fundraiser information and share it with whoever you can. We're trying to raise money for those California wildfire victims, okay? All right, guys, well, have a fantastic week. I will see you again next week with a fun project. And stay safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.